If you've ever felt like a date with an older woman was going well, until suddenly she lost interest, you might be making one of these 5 deadly mistakes. Women don't always tell you what turned them off, but today we're exposing the behaviors that instantly scare them away. Avoid these and you'll stand out. Waiting too long to make a move signals uncertainty and insecurity, 2 qualities that instantly kill attraction. Older women, having more life experience, are quick to interpret hesitation as a sign of lack of confidence. If you hesitate too much before approaching, initiating physical contact, or making a move, she'll assume you're either unsure of yourself or uninterested. Both are deal breakers. When a woman makes eye contact with you more than once, she's already inviting you to take action. If you look away nervously or wait too long to approach, that invitation expires. In her mind, a man who lacks decisiveness is a man who lacks the ability to lead. And leadership is a fundamental trait of attraction. The longer you delay, the more the energy between you fades, making the approach feel awkward rather than natural. Similarly, on a date, if she's showing signs of engagement, leaning in, laughing, touching your arm, and you fail to escalate, you create unnecessary tension. Not the kind that excites her, but the kind that makes her uncomfortable. Women want to feel like they're being led into attraction, not like they have to force it. A man who can naturally transition the interaction forward makes her feel safe, desired, and excited. Confidence is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about creating it. If you're in doubt, act rather than overthink. If she's giving you signs, reciprocate. A subtle touch on the lower back as you guide her through a door, holding her gaze a fraction longer before breaking it with a smirk, playfully teasing her to test her reaction. These are effortless ways to establish your presence without hesitation. But waiting too long isn't the only mistake that kills attraction. Getting too close too soon is just as damaging. Physical space plays a psychological role in attraction, and invading it before she's ready disrupts the natural progression of comfort. Approaching a woman at an inappropriate distance makes her instinctively defensive. If you stand too close before she's comfortable, she'll perceive you as overbearing or even predatory. When approaching, maintain a respectful distance, at least an arm's length, until she signals that she's comfortable closing the gap. Unwanted closeness can also manifest in excessive touching early on. Touch should be progressive. A light, natural touch during a joke, a brief hand on her back as you guide her somewhere, or brushing against her arm playfully. These small touches test her response. If she pulls away or doesn't reciprocate, slow down. If she leans in or mirrors your touch, you can gradually escalate. Most men get this wrong because they assume more physical contact equals more attraction. In reality, attraction thrives on anticipation. If she's interested, she will subtly lean toward you, brush her fingers against yours, or find small excuses to close the distance. When that happens, it's your cue to escalate. If it doesn't, forcing it only makes her uncomfortable. Another fatal mistake is running out of things to say. Silence is only attractive when used intentionally. If you find yourself scrambling for conversation topics, relying on generic small talk, or leaving her to carry the interaction, she'll lose interest fast. Older women have experienced conversations with hundreds of men. What separates you isn't your ability to talk, but your ability to engage. Most men ask predictable questions. Where are you from? What do you do? How long have you lived here? Which lead to predictable, forgettable conversations. A truly engaging man makes her feel something. He taps into emotions, curiosity, and excitement. Instead of just asking questions, introduce topics that trigger emotional responses. Tell me about the most exciting trip you've ever been on. What's one thing you've always wanted to try but never have? Questions like these invite her to share experiences and emotions, shifting the conversation from a dull exchange of facts to something she actually enjoys. The best way to ensure a conversation flows naturally is to embrace storytelling. Women respond to emotion, not just logic. Instead of saying, "I love traveling," say, "I once got lost in Rome for 3 hours because I refused to use Google Maps, and it ended up being the best experience of my life." Stories spark curiosity, allow her to ask follow-up questions, and make you more memorable. But talking isn't enough. If you get eye contact wrong, the entire interaction feels unnatural. Eye contact is the foundation of connection, yet too much of it can be unsettling. Holding her gaze naturally makes her feel seen and engaged, but staring too intensely or for too long creates discomfort. A general rule is to hold eye contact for 3 to 5 seconds before breaking it naturally. Breaking eye contact should feel fluid, not forced. If you stare too long without breaking, it feels confrontational. If you break it too soon, it feels nervous. A confident gaze is about balance, holding it just long enough to establish connection, but not so long that it feels unnatural. Women subconsciously read eye contact as an indicator of social intelligence. A man who knows how to hold eye contact properly signals confidence and control. A man who stares without variation signals obsession or nervousness. Equally damaging is avoiding eye contact altogether. If you look away too often, glance at your phone, or seem distracted, she'll assume you're either uninterested or insecure. Keeping your gaze soft, playful, and engaged shows that you're comfortable in the moment, which in turn makes her comfortable. Misusing touch is another mistake that instantly turns women off. Physical contact, when done right, builds intimacy and attraction. When done wrong, it repels. Touch should always feel natural and reciprocal. Forcing it, whether by holding her hand too soon, brushing her hair without invitation, or touching her waist before she's comfortable, makes her feel on edge. Women communicate comfort through body language. If she moves closer, mirrors your gestures, or touches you first, she's giving permission to escalate. If she keeps physical distance, pulls away slightly, or doesn't touch back, she's signaling that she's not ready. One of the best ways to initiate touch naturally is through shared experiences. If you're laughing together, a light touch on the arm reinforces connection. If you're teasing her playfully, a brief nudge adds energy. If you're walking together, offering your hand in a gentlemanly way allows her to choose whether she wants to engage. Men often mistake resistance for a challenge, thinking that persistence will eventually win her over. But attraction isn't about convincing. It's about creating an environment where she feels comfortable and excited to engage. If she's hesitant, respect that. If she leans in, embrace it. The key to mastering attraction is awareness. Women respond not just to words, but to presence, energy, and emotional intelligence. If you pay attention to how she reacts, you'll know exactly when to push forward and when to hold back. Attraction isn't about tricks or tactics. It's about reading the moment, leading naturally, and making her feel both desired and at ease. Most men struggle because they focus too much on what they should say or do, rather than how they should make her feel. The right balance of decisiveness, space, engagement, eye contact, and touch creates effortless attraction. If you avoid hesitation, respect her boundaries, keep conversations engaging, master your eye contact, and pace physical touch correctly, you immediately set yourself apart from other men. Women don't remember everything you say or do, but they always remember how you made them feel. Make her feel safe, yet excited, intrigued, yet comfortable, desired, yet respected. That's the formula for genuine attraction.